Do you still believe you can? Try hard. Some more frustration has to happen before you open up the other possibility. Either you learn out of your intelligence, or life will maul you and teach you a lesson slowly. Choice is yours.
In our homes, and we have our own set ashrams as if to live our daily lives for all these years. We have come here for a wholesomeness. And when we go back, apart from carrying what you have taught us, we will also be entering into another ashram. What kind of modifications, especially regarding the rituals of our prayers and all these things we have been following for years, should be looked upon and modified if necessary? In what manner? Or we can concise into a certain smaller mantra or whatever it is other than this, or that is not necessary at all.
How can I tell you how to run the various other ashrams? I know how to run this one. How to run all the other ashrams in the world. So, about the rituals that you're doing, you've already been making it more and more compact. Your grandfather was doing puja for 2 hours, your father was doing it for 1 hour, you brought it down to 10 minutes, isn't it? Now, this is a genuine issue for a lot of people, in different scale maybe. You've been doing something and should I stop that? See, generally the family traditions, whatever you've been doing, is more as a tradition, not really as with an understanding of what it does to you. More because there's an emotional significance to it. Your father was doing puja to this photograph, you don't want to suddenly throw that away tomorrow morning. There's a certain emotion and family and stuff. You can keep them, why you want to destroy all the culture in your house? Not necessary. But if it doesn't mean anything, there's no point continuing either. But if it emotionally means something, you can leave it there, there's no hassle about it. It's not going to harm you in any way, at least. It is just that it's better to invest time where you are doing things with more understanding and result-oriented sadhana rather than simply doing something. So generally all the mantras and preparation, one aspect of the mantra is it is being done for material well-being. People are doing various types of mantras to bring material well-being. What I would say is, when it comes to material well-being, it is better to equip yourself, to create that for yourself, rather than waiting for some other grace to descend upon you, because there isn't that much time in a lifetime. If you sit and, from the age of 20, if you start praying and praying and praying to God that you must become rich, become rich, become rich, suppose it worked when you're 80. That's going to be an insult, no? At least if you die poor, it's okay. You didn't get the money when you need it. You didn't get the money to spend it. Now you're 80 and now it worked. And especially when you're 80, if you get too much money, everybody around you will wish you dead soon. Everybody will think, why this old bugger needs money, why doesn't he die? They may not express it, but people are thinking. In spite of themselves, many people feel guilty that they're thinking like this, but still they think, they can't help it. So their prayers may get answered. Yes. After all, their prayer also has power, isn't it? So… We'll come to that. So now, when it comes to material well-being, it's always best that you equip yourself to earn what you want, and it's no big deal, it can be done. If only if you equip yourself, if you don't clutter yourself with too much nonsense and greed in you, if you simply equip yourself, everybody can reasonably earn what they want, of course considering the social situations of that particular society. What is rich in one society and what is poor in another society is very different, isn't it? Yes? See, now the village that we went to, if a man earns 100 rupees a day, he feels quite rich. That's $2 per day. Do you understand? Not $2 per hour. You're earning what, $50 per hour? Even if you're just a laborer somewhere else? $2 per day, he feels quite great. If he earns $4, he's super rich. So what is poverty, what is wealth is very social, isn't it? Today, because of the communication levels, everybody is trying to become a billionaire, and which is anyway not sustainable, it can be a huge collapse for the whole world somewhere. That's different. Otherwise, always what is affluence and what is poverty is very, specific society, isn't it? Among those people. See, right now, one of the laborers bought a new bicycle today. His joy is untold, You won't have that joy even if you get the Mercedes, because there's somebody else driving a Maserati. So, what is, in terms of physical positions, what is rich and poor is a very relative thing, it's a social thing, it's not a… So within the norms of that society, earning what you want is not difficult if you just don't get too cluttered up in your head. Everybody can do it. It doesn't take any great intelligence to make money. Just need some perseverance and some doggedness to pursue something and make some money out of it. Because people are too screwed up in their heads, every little thing is so difficult for them. Otherwise, in that society, making some reasonable levels of well-being, material well-being, is not difficult to anybody with normal sense of intelligence. You don't have to be extraordinarily brilliant for that. In fact, brilliant people don't make much money because they're smart. Irene was asking about my travels. I said I travel everywhere in the world without even $1 in my pocket. I don't have a single dollar in my pocket. I go to any part of the world without any problem. And I've been having a credit card that somebody got me. In the last 6 years, I have not used it even once. It never occurred to me that I must get into credit, nor the requirement came. Always something will happen around me, So, isn't it very smart to live without money? That's the problem. That's what I said, they get cluttered. They got envy, they got jealousy, they got problems what other people will think. Because of this, they cannot employ anything of themselves properly. That is the whole problem. Now when you have no sense of envy, no sense of jealousy, no sense of comparing yourself with somebody else, you will use everything that you have properly, and what has to happen around you will happen according to your capability, that's all. And everybody has enough capability to earn what is necessary for him. He doesn't have to go through big circus to do it. With reasonable circus, he can do it. You are investing your whole lifetime to make a living. What's the point? Yes? Most people are investing their whole lifetime just for their material well-being, isn't it so? Dying to live, this is called. You don't want answers, only questions?